Greetings and welcome to the lesson. The subject is boardroom dynamics. We are continuing the chapter board diversity. In our last session, we defined board diversity as the heterogeneous composition of the board in terms of gender, in terms of age, in terms of culture, in terms of religion, in terms of experience, in terms of culture, and so on. Today we are moving on to the discussion of the types of diversity. Types of diversity. Today we are going to cover the subtopic types of diversity. Candidates, there are two broad categories of diversity. There are two broad categories of diversity. The first category is known as the surface level diversity. Surface level. Surface level. The other category is known as deep level. Deep level. Surface level and deep level. There are two broad categories of diversity. Surface level diversity, deep level diversity. Now, today we will discuss both the surface level and the deep level. Now, the surface level diversity, as the name suggests, as the name suggests, surface level. This refers to the observable diversity. Observable diversity. Surface level has what we call observable diversity. Observable and non-observable. Observable diversity and non-observable diversity. All right? Observable diversity and non-observable diversity. The deep level diversity, on the other hand, is concerned with personality diversity, which includes cognitive features, perceptions, values, and also personal characteristics. But let's first of all consider observable diversity. Observable. Observable diversity. Now, candidates, the attributes of directors that are easily determined or that are visible fall under this category of observable diversity. These are visible features. We may have demographics factors such as race. It's easy to tell the race of a person through observation. The nationality, the gender, here I've said gender. Gender. It's very easy to tell the gender of a person through observation. Even nationality. It's possible to look at a person and determine his or her nationality, including age. You can tell or observe the age. You can tell whether someone is young or not through observation. All right? So these are surface level diversity. And candidates' gender is one of the more emphasized forms of diversity in the boardroom. And gender diversity refers to the proportion of females to males. And you all know that men and women behave differently. Women are believed to be more intuitive in their decision making. They are believed to be more intuitive in their decision making. They have the capacity or the ability to do what we call multitasking. And they are better at building relationships. And that is very important in a board. That's why inclusion of women in the board is encouraged today. Men, on the other hand, tend to be more task-focused and make decisions based on information and procedures. All right? And candidates, historically, corporate boardrooms have largely been a male consortium, male-dominated. But I've said in recent years, this practice has been challenged because many companies, many boards, and shareholders have recognized the benefits of having a gender-balanced boardroom. And female, or I can say females, have increasingly been sitting shoulder to shoulder, all right? Shoulder to shoulder with their male counterparts in boardrooms. And they come with unique styles of management and perspectives. And the research done recently shows that a board that has a well-balanced gender performs better than one that is not. Because there are features that women have that men don't have. There are certain characteristics that men have, women do not have. A board requires both. Gender diversity. This is an observable surface level type of diversity. Then there is age diversity. Age diversity. Now, candidates, age diversity indicates the mix of members of different ages. And age diversity is often overlooked in the boardroom, sometimes overlooked. Because young people are perceived to be more flexible, they are perceived to be having better appreciation of new concepts and technologies, and are what we call higher risk takers. The senior members often have strong networks, they have clout from which the company can leverage. So the board members tend to be older, as many boards equate age with experience. They have the ability to grasp complex mathematical models and also deep understanding of ability, reach, and limitations of, say, the internet or online-based services. So the board may, on the one hand, benefit from a wide experience of senior members, but nowadays there is what we call generational diversity in the boardroom, with the so-called younger directors. Though we call them younger, you find some of them are in their 50s. All right? But we know the older directors do provide a wealth of knowledge, having candidates And having younger directors introduces fresh perspective into the boardroom, which should not be underestimated. But generally, the young people do not sit on boards, but the trend is now changing. We have the young people now joining boardrooms as they approach late 40s and their 50s, because they bring in what we call freshness. Then we may also have an observable diversity, what we call regional diversity. And regional diversity implies that the board has members from different nationalities. Companies are now part of a global economy, we all know that, having business activities in different parts of the world, and having a board that understands how different countries operate and how the business environment is, that is a necessity. Why? Because people from different countries have different lifestyles, they have different cultures, they have different family backgrounds, and that can help bring in new perspectives and solutions to the table. Regional diversity. Then we have geographic diversity. Geographic diversity, geography. Now, geographic diversity refers to having a mix of individuals from various geographic locations on the board. And ideally, the geographic mix should align to the areas that the company operates. And in an increasingly global workplace, neglecting this element of diversity would be particularly imprudent for a multinational company, as it may result in boardroom perspectives lacking a robust understanding of the company's operating environment. So if you have a multinational board, if a multinational board does not have representatives from different geographical environments, then the company may lack understanding or perspectives. Because if you have a board that comprises of different people from different locations, then that board can tap into the knowledge and experiences of these individuals because of their background, geographic background. So if you are running a multinational, it's important for you to have board members from different areas, especially from areas in which the company operates in. That is an observable surface level type of diversity. There is also race diversity or ethnicity. Now, here, candidates, race refers to a person's physical appearance, such as skin color, the eye color, the hair color, and so on. And ethnicity diversity pertains to having a mix of individuals from different or various racial, cultural, and religious backgrounds. Because the ethnic mix of a board should ideally represent the area in which the company operates. We may also have religion, diversity based on religion. And that one of religion candidates involves a set of beliefs that are spiritual in nature. So boards typically have directors from the same social background or communities or religions and so on. But it's important to have a proper mix of directors coming or whose spiritual background is different. That will enrich the board. So these are some of the surface level type of diversity. We've said surface level diversity can either be observable or non-observable. Let's have a look at the non-observable surface level diversity. Non-observable diversity. Now, non-observable diversity candidates relates to attributes that are less visible, such as educational qualifications, expertise, experience, and so on. It's not possible to look at a person and tell the level of experience, or just look at a person and tell the level of education. That is not observable. So in this category, we have what we call multidisciplinary diversity or boards. Now, multidisciplinary boards are expected to be used in decisions that are high in complexity and also have many interdependent subtasks. So members with the complementary education, knowledge, and skills can take on more comprehensive approach to problem solving. And research indicates that teams that are multidisciplinary tend to be more innovative. All right? Multidisciplinary board candidates are boards that comprise members from different or complementary educational backgrounds, knowledge, and skills. Then there is also multifunctional boards. Multifunctional boards. Now, the members with the varied experience, for example, in terms of functional or industry-specific or specialized skill look at a problem, they tend to look at problems differently. And they can focus on different aspects of issues under consideration. And that leads to creative problem solving and innovative decision making. Now, the next type is a deep level diversity. Deep level diversity. Now, the deep level diversity is the same as the personality diversity. Personality diversity. Personality diversity. Now, candidates, the personality of an individual is framed by his or her attitudes, her attributes, social endowment, skills, and so on. And each person has his or her way of thinking and also doing things. Some people are introverts, others are extroverts. Some like to look at the bigger picture. Others are more comfortable with numbers. There are those who are comfortable or even they are keen on details. So people with the varying personality traits will help board members carry out different responsibilities on the team and may also play a variety of roles in the decision-making process. personality diversity. Personality diversity. And candidates, personality diversity, or what we are calling here the deep level diversity, is concerned with the varying attitudes, the varying beliefs, the varying value systems of the directors. And the ultimate success of such teams is as a result of the members' talent and resources, but also the nature of interactions among the team. So deep level diversity is referring to the value systems of people, the attitudes which cannot be observed visibly. So, and candidates, apart from the surface level diversity and the deep level adversity, we have also other types. Let me call them others. Other types. Here's another category I've introduced here, other types. So other types, candidates, we will have two categories of other types. Two categories of other types. The first category is skills, expertise, experience. Skills, expertise, experience. Then the last one here is independence. Independence. Another type of diversity. Independence. Other types include skills, experience, expertise. Now, candidates, having the optimal mix of skills, expertise, and experience is paramount to ensure that the board as a collective is equipped to guide the business and the strategy of the company. And directors are usually selected for their leadership qualities that they may have through experience, or they may have generated through experience, or they could be selected on the basis of the generalized management or leadership experience, rather than the narrow expertise or the technical acumen. So this is another set of diversity. When constructing a board, it's important to check that you have on the board people with diverse experience, diverse skills, and diverse expertise. Then there is also the question on independence. Independent directors bring a balanced perspective to the boardroom. Why? Because they assess matters in a more objective fashion. The board should determine if a director is independent in character and also in judgment after considering all the relevant factors. Such factors include taking into consideration the relationship of the director with the close family ties or the company or the board. Does the director have any close ties with the shareholders or the other, the chairman of the board, and so on? So a director who has an independent mind will bring objectivity to the boardroom. So when setting up a board, it's important to ensure that there is diversity in terms of independence. There ought to be independent directors who will bring balanced perspective to the boardroom. So candidates, these are the types of diversity. We've categorized the types of diversity into three. The surface level diversity, which we said can either be observable or non-observable. Then there is the deep level diversity, which is the same as the personality diversity. Here we are talking of things like the value system, the belief system of an individual, and so on. Then there is other types, the skills, expertise, experience, and independence. And that effectively brings the lesson to an end. Thank you for attending. We will continue to study more on diversity in our subsequent lessons. God bless you. Bye-bye.